Good morning, friends. We've still got folks trying to find a seat. This morning, as you get settled in, we want to welcome you to worship, whether you're in person or online, and let you know we've got a couple of announcements that we want to draw your attention towards. One of the big announcements we've got is that we have Youth Sunday, which is incorrect in your bulletin on the announcements. It says Youth Sunday is the 19th. That is not true. Youth Sunday is August 27th. So that is the last Sunday of the month, and that's going to be a worship service led completely by our youth group. We've started talking a little bit about what that's going to look like with them. They're very, very excited. And so please, if you are able to, mark your calendar and be here on that Sunday. On that Sunday, we're going to have the opportunity to make a donation just towards the youth group. You can designate your donation either in the envelopes in the pews as for the youth group, or you can also designate it online. I need to talk to admin Nick about what that looks like, but there is an option when you give online to do a drop-down menu and designate it specifically for something. The church youth group every year goes on a trip in November called Pilgrimage, and that is a conference-wide youth event. So what that means is all of the United Methodist churches in our conference, which goes from Greensboro to the Outer Banks, their youth groups come together for a large gathering, and together they do worship. It is youth-led worship. They have various preachers come and guest preach. They have a service opportunity. They all do communion together. It's a couple thousand youth usually. And so we are allowing the youth to kind of do their own fundraising this year to help pay for it. And so the youth, you'll have the ability to donate on that Youth Sunday, specifically to the youth group to help cover that cost. We also wanted to let you know that on our open block party, which is August 26th, the youth are going to be helping us run a booth of all the goodies. And so they're going to have homemade popcorn and snow cones and cotton candy, which they have been diligently practicing making. So they are ready for you. And all of those goodies are free, but as they run that booth, we're going to have a little station so that people can make donations to them as they are trying to fundraise to go on their trip. A couple of other things. We do have our open block party coming up at the end of August. We're getting things set up. Luckily, we already have most of the things we need for that block party. We already have the bounce house. We already have the grill. We've got a lot of things, but we will need some help from some people with potentially setting some things up in the yard. We obviously want to put some tables out so people can sit down and eat. The major things we're on the hunt for are a grill master, and so if that speaks to your heart, please let us know. We would love some help cooking on that day. The other thing we may need some major assistance with is we are going to have some kids games out. We've got a bounce house. We're hoping to have bubbles and sidewalk chalk and other really fun things for kids. So if you're someone who's willing to make sure nobody gets launched out of the bounce house or something, we would appreciate that. And if you're willing, maybe on that day to help us clean up, we would appreciate it. But we're really excited about an opportunity for a community gathering in the side yard with lots of fun things for all ages. The last thing we wanted to make sure we remind you about is we do have calendars that have rolled out. So